TitleMatchNetwork.com.
I went into like 8 cities. First one ever. And I told Jimmy Crockett going in what I wanted for pay, because I figured once they got to counting the stuff and all the different gates and whatever, that those figures would get changed around about 900 times. So it's better to know up front what you were going to make than go on the if come. But the match itself was all right. Kaninsky, being just Gene Kaninsky, clumsy, awkward asshole, got in the way about 50 times. There was 2 people that were just alike, Gene Kaninsky and Larry Hamilton. Both of them could hit and kick you at exactly the same time and had no earthly idea where either one of them were going to land.
Before Starrcade, I wanted to ask you, I forgot, I just remembered. What were the politics behind Tommy Rich winning the belt for about a month? Or actually, it was a week.
It was actually 6 days.
Yeah, 6 days. I've heard a lot of stories, but, you know.
Barnett was booking the champion at the time. He was fighting the fight there between Ann Gunkel and himself. Ole was not into Atlanta then. Fred Ward and a couple other people were in Atlanta with him, and he wanted to assure himself that he'd win the fight. So they asked me if I would put Rich over, and I said, well, if you think I'm going to do this for any extended period of time, you got another thing coming.
All right.
And I dropped it to him in Augusta, Georgia, and won it back in Gainesville. Dropped it on Monday, won it back on Friday, so I guess it wasn't even 6 days.
Right. And also, another question about the belt. I guess it was in 81. We did a shoot interview with Dibiase, and I asked him the same question. He didn't avoid it, but he didn't answer it really good. I guess there was I guess Ted was going to win the belt in 81. I don't know what town it was. And somebody told me that there was a lot of Japanese press there and photographers, and that you didn't want to drop the belt to him or something like that. So you sort of changed the finish, I don't know, in the ring or maybe before the match or.
Well, I did pretty much what I wanted to do.
All right.
I wasn't really ready to walk away from anything back then, and Teddy, to me at that point in time, wasn't ready for it. They were also trying to get Dick Murdoch in that position, and Murdoch being probably one of the best talents there was around at that point in time.
Right.
But somewhere during the evening, Dickie had to be a clown, and it kept him from doing a lot of things. For a long time, it kept him out of St. Louis. I don't know what his infatuation was with Red Fox, but grab his chest, and I forget whoever Red Fox was married to, he'd look up at this guy and whatever her name was.
Right.
But Dickie just had to be a clown at some point.
Was it a true story that you just didn't want to drop it at the time with Ted?
Oh, I've done that several different times.
Right. Nowadays, I guess would it be hard nowadays with the promoters to say that's what promoter and.
Well, now there is no. To me, there is no world's title.
Right. Oh yeah.
You go back and forth through the McMahon saga. The other one down there in Atlanta is the same thing. It's
they killed the credibility of the belt.
My world's title, World League Wrestling title. As far as titles, just as legitimate as theirs.
TitleMatchNetwork.com.